Let's not even talk about the people in the locker room that just get on there to say shit that they know absolutely nothing about
Nothing.
or
Not
have
even.
no information on. Like they make these it's one like listen, I'm a hot take machine. I say a lot of shit that like I've said shit that I wasn't sure about.
Mm-hmm.
But I have always, if I said that, would be like, listen, I can be wrong. Like if someone looked this up and then I would say it because I know for a fact I could be wrong. Motherfuckers to get on there and hear you want to debate and hit you with the man, fuck that man. Nah, James Harden is a bum. He's a bona fide scrub. The man ain't never make it to the conference finals, and you be like,
That sound like you, Dom.
first of all, no, it don't sound like me.
When we were having that Kyrie Dame debate, bro.
Kyrie Dame debate.
You
No,
look kinda
we had
shaky
that
at
Kyrie Dame
times,
debate. No. We had that Kyrie Dame debate, and what did Lowe say? Lowe said, Dom, what was his numbers? And I said, off the top of my head, let me look it up. But off the top of my head, last time I remember, I said I was a point off. I was an assist off, and I didn't give the efficiency because I didn't know the efficiency. And then what I said was, Dame underperforms more in the playoffs than Kyrie, which he does. And he underperforms on a worse basis, which he did. Like
because he's had more years as a first option.
What does that have to do with underperforming in the playoffs, though? If you underperform, you underperform. What's the problem? You can literally be a role player underperform. You can be a star player underperform. If you underperform, you underperform.
I'm saying it's easier to it's easier to play well when you're playing with LeBron James and Kevin Love than CJ McCollum and LaMarcus Aldridge.
But I didn't say Dame is underperforming. He's more than Kyrie, and Kyrie's been given the same the same opportunities as Dame and all that shit. I never said that. All I said was they've been in the league around the same amount of time, and when they are in the playoffs, Dame has underperformed more than Kyrie. That's a fact. He just has. Now, if you want to say, oh, Dame's the first option, and Kyrie, he's with LeBron. He still took more shots than LeBron. LeBron looked at him more for offense. Now in return, LeBron did. Listen, LeBron is the GOAT. So obviously LeBron's going to dominate when LeBron wants to dominate. But for the most part, Kyrie Irving is the first scoring option. Was he not? Is that cap? That's cap.
Yeah, again, if you want to say he was the first scoring option, he still had.
He was.
He still had access
He's the first
to an offense with
year?
LeBron James and Kevin Love compared to what Dame's been having to deal with. What Nurkic and CJ McCollum.
Any year, Justin. Any year that Kyrie and LeBron were together, right? I'm assuming.
I don't know if he was number one scoring.
That's what I'm thinking too. I'm like,
especially when he
number one scoring option. I didn't say led the team in scoring. I see he's number one scoring option.
I'm just saying, there's only been 1 year where Kyrie has led a team and played in the playoffs, and he underperformed. 2019.
But that's only 1 year.
2019 with the Celtics. With the Celtics, he did underperform. That 1 year he underperformed compared to Dame's what? From what I will have to look it up so I can be specifically right. But from what I've seen, I counted 3 instances of Dame underperforming drastically underperforming in the playoffs.
And again, that's more understandable when you've been the first option for 5-6 years compared to Kyrie, who's only been a first option, a leader of a team once.
So the fact that he's the second option means that
that's definitely he's better.
His playoff histories, if
Giannis doesn't underperform that much. Giannis ain't underperformed that much. He's still underperformed, not as much as Dame.
Yeah, that's fair.
So underperforms, right?
And Giannis has been first option. So, I mean, if you want to just talk about first options, Dame still underperformed in plenty of first options.
And that's why we have him below those guys, right?
I mean, there's plenty of people that will put Dame above Westbrook, and them motherfuckers both underperform.
Omar just be smirking, bro. What do you gotta say, bro?
No, because I'm hearing it. I'm hearing it.
Anywho, this isn't. We're not doing this. But what I'm saying is, people in the locker room, they will say some shit and literally have not no shit behind it, and then when you correct them, they're just like, "Oh shit, I didn't know that." Well, never mind. It's like, nigga, what are you talking about?
Okay,
like the James Harden thing, someone legit did that though. Like someone legit did the James Harden thing.
Speaking of hot takes, Omar got one too, bro.
I gotta hear this one.
Want to talk about it?
Oh, about Orange Julius?
Yeah, bro. Elaborate on the take, bro.
Listen.
Don wasn't there, bro. Don wasn't there.
Oh yeah, you weren't there. Okay, so there's no singular season in which Chris Bosh was better than this current season of Orange Julius.
He can barely say it with a straight face, bro.
Of Orange Julius Randle. And you know what's crazy, bro? I hated the fact that people were picking apart like 6 different Chris Boshes in order to make this argument.
That shit was good. He made all NBA team in 07 and then averaged 24 and 10 in 2010. Like,
bro, they took his points from one year, they took his rebounds from another year, his accolades from a third year, and was like, yeah, Chris Bosh is better. No season. And that's all. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Don, what you got to say, bro?
There's been no year where Chris Bosh was statistically better than Knicks Julius. Is that what you're saying? Or you just in terms of as a player?
I mean, looks wise, money wise, Chris Bosh didn't get his money up. Like, there's no singular season in which Chris Bosh was better than this current version of Julius Randle.
So, what's this current version of Julius Randle in your eyes? Like, define him as a player. Define his game.
A number 1 on a championship team.
Stop, bro. Stop. Stop, bro. Stop, bro. Stop. Yo, clip that chat, bro. This dude is bugging. This dude is bugging.
A number 1. Okay, so listen.
Back off, bro. I'm getting uncomfortable.
He's a good shooter, if not great shooter. A good passer, a really good passer.
Wake up. Wake up. Like,
I'm not gonna lie. Stop. Julius Randle low-key looked like Blake Griffin a little bit when Chris Paul was hurt in Los Angeles.
Yo,
what the fuck is that?
a great player, an all-star.
Oh god.
And right now, honestly, if there weren't super duper ooper scooper teams in the East, like he would have the Knicks at the 3rd seed right now. I know that means nothing because the Knicks suck.
He is putting up the exact same numbers as a second option on a different team. What are we talking about?
Who?
Julius Randle is the first option that's putting up the exact same numbers as Sabonis, who is a second option.
Sabonis isn't the second option?
Yes, he is. He's behind Brogdon.
Okay. All right, Mama.
Is he not?
How many Pacers
have you watched?
How many Pacers games you watch? How many Pacers games you watch?
I have watched a few.
How many is a few? How many is
I ain't gonna lie. Listen. Hear me out. I've watched a few Pacers games, but when you analyze their statistics, and I'm not even talking about advanced statistics. Listen.
No statistics on the show.
Hear me out. Again. Omar, how many Pacers games have you watched? Have you watched a lot?
Yes, bro. I've been on this Pacers train.
Can you explain? Okay, cool. So please explain to me how Brogdon averages more points, has a better assist to turnover ratio, averages more assists, and it seems like, at least on paper, he's handling the ball and he has more possessions than Sabonis. So how is Sabonis the first option?
They play Sabonis a little Jokic like. So his numbers are gonna look a little bit different.
So he's not the first option scoring wise on that team then.
Okay. All right.
Is he not? Again.
All right. See, no, you just changed it, but you just changed it. You said scoring wise.
So when I say he's the number 1 option, if he's the number 2 option, what do you think that means?
You could be the number 1 option as an initiator. Like there was an argument. Now I'm not even gonna say the argument that a couple of years ago, but he's the initiator of their offense, the first option in that sense. If you're talking about just scoring,
who's the first option between Steve Nash and Amari Stoudemire when they were on the Suns? Because Amari Stoudemire took way more shots than Steve Nash
and scored way more. Look at him.
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't hear him say Dom.
He said, "Look at him."
Well, the scoring option. Well, Amari Stoudemire was the number 1 scoring option. Yes, Steve.
No, bro. Stop putting this caveat because you didn't start with this caveat.
Wait, okay, so let's not use LGBTQ terms. Fuck it. Yes, Omari was the number 1 option on offense. Yes.
Why keep I saying Omari?
Who the first option? The first option on the Suns was you saying Amari Stoudemire?
First option, yes. First option on offense.
If that's how you classify it.
If we're talking about best player, again, if we're saying who's the best player, obviously Nash is the best player. Omari was second. I guess who the fuck you want to say? Fucking Marion third? Okay, whatever. Cool. But on the Pacers, at least from what it looks like, again, I'm not going to sit here and say I watch all Pacers games because I know Omar doesn't, but it seems to be that Brogdon is the first option on the offense. Sabonis is second. And then third, you can fucking I don't fucking know.
So you keep on saying first option on the offense and then revert back to scoring options. Like Although Kyrie, going back to the Cavs thing. Yes, Kyrie took more shots than LeBron, but that offense revolved around LeBron's play. Therefore, he's the first option. No? Same thing with Steve Nash.
If Steve Nash is in a system ran by Mike D'Antoni, which is the highlight of playmaking, well, not even the highlight's the point guard. Cool.
So it runs through Steve Nash. Right?
But if the offense runs through Steve Nash, cool. But again, he's not the first option on offense. If he's running the play, how are you the first option if you're setting the play up? If you're the one setting the play up for someone else to score majority of the time or most of the time more than you,
get to choose.
How you?
You or someone else.
Facts. Because you know what he can do? He can keep the ball. He can keep the ball every single time.
Doesn't though. He doesn't. He gets his teammate. He gets the first option going. The first option.
You know what? If you feel that way, fine.
Matter of fact, let me look at chat because I was over here trying to look up Chris Bosh things. But please, if I'm crazy for thinking fucking Omari Stoudemire is the goddamn.
He's not the first option. Okay, again, you keep on going back between first option and first scoring option.
If
Omari Stoudemire is the first scoring option,
I'll take the L. Fuck it. Chat, tell me.
Who's the first option on the Ravens? Who's the first option on the Ravens?
What the fuck?
Why are we talking about football?
Hear me out.
What?
Hear me out.
I don't.
Who's the first option on the Ravens?
First option on the Ravens. What's the coach's name?
The coach?
I hate this.
I hate it.
It's Lamar Jackson.
Because it's his choice.
Is it Lamar?
It's the coach's choice.
Is it Lamar?
On what play they run?
It's Lamar. Yeah, and who do they run with most of the time?
I don't know who they run with most of the time. I know the coach.
No, yes, you do. You know. The point guard, the QB.
The coach tells Lamar what play to run.
Just because the coach tells them who the first option is doesn't mean that's not the first option.
Hey, listen, if he wants to make it first scoring option, that's fine. I'll concede my point. That's fine. Hey, you got it, bro. You got it. I can't do nothing.
John Stockton was number one option on Utah. Facts. So was John Stockton number one option on Utah, or was it Karl Malone?
You tell me, no.
No. Was John Stockton number one option in Utah, or was it Karl Malone?
Bro, if you think
y'all tell me.
John Stockton game.
And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about that? From whoever you got it from, that was probably a 16-year-old who has never seen a lick of Utah basketball who would think that most of John Stockton's assists come from Karl Malone.
Pick and rolls?
Yeah, from pick and roll, straight pick and roll.
Did they not?
No, not necessarily. A lot of them did, but that wasn't necessarily their whole offense. That wasn't the whole offense for the Utah Jazz.
That's fine. But regardless, that wasn't their offense. Cool. But their offense was being ran by John Stockton.
I forget what the original question is.
He was the initiator.
He was saying.
Who cares? Who cares? The question was. I need to know this though, because
he was saying. How can Julius Randle be better than Chris Bosh when he's averaging the same amount of stats as a second option in Sabonis?
We were talking about fucking Chris Bosh and Julius Randle.
Orange Julius is his name.
You're saying Chris Bosh was best season was when he was the first option?
No, that's not what he said.
I don't even think I don't think nobody disputed that because we know that Julius Randle is better than Chris Bosh.
Well, I was looking at the numbers and then we got into that comment. I still don't know who.
We don't know that.
On the Jazz. I still don't know that.
The thing that I feel like the reason why a lot of people push back on that statement is because Chris Bosh in 2010 he was considered a top 10, 15 player in the league. You can't say that about Julius Randle. So I was a dude that was in a season where he was a top 15 player in the league, not better than the guy who's 30, 25.
The league is deeper. You think Julius Randle is a top 35 player in the league?
I don't.
So you
I don't got the list on top of me.
That's sad. Well, so Omar, what would you put him this year?
He's the All-Star, so he would at least have to be in the top 20.
Does it?
Does he?
Yeah, bro. Why would he not? If you're an All-Star, I would assume that you're at least if you're a starter, I'm assuming you're top 10. And then if you're within the All-Stars reserves or whatever, you at least got to be in the top 20. I know somebody might make the argument about like M and Trey and stuff like that, but I don't necessarily agree with that.
Because you hate Trey.
No, I mean, I would just figure like if you're an All-Star, you're one of the best 10 players or 20 players out there. Like you have to be. I would think so.
So you're saying Julius Randle's better than Bam?
This season, yeah.
Oh, that's
better player. Is he a better player?
He's a better player than Bam.
Let me ask you. I mean, what do you mean by that? Like, if I put Orange Julius, J Mello,
J Mello.
J Mello?
Where does that come from? Where does that come from?
That automatically takes it. He was
the J's for Julius.
He was top 20.
The Mello just came out of nowhere.
J Mello. He automatically dropped down top 25.
Listen, further. If you take Orange Julius and you put him on any team in the league, I guess what do they call that? The ceiling floor raiser or whatever. But what does Bam look like on any team? Like Bam could not
like Bam.
Bam couldn't do this on the Knicks right now. Let me just say that.
He could. Bam could do exactly what he. Bam could do.
I don't know about the 40% from three. I don't know about the 40. But going back to the All-Star point.
Threes, though.
JJ Man in the chat said so. Kyle Korver was he brought up Kyle Korver his All-Star appearance. So is Kyle Korver a top 20 player in the league?
Wasn't he an injury replacement though?
Okay, but even
y'all love to get me on that one.
Jeff Teague, Paul Millsap.
Now y'all know how I personally feel about Jeff Teague, so I don't know if you're asking me that.
Okay,
yes,
so let's cross out Kyle Korver. Let's cross off Jeff Teague. Let's go to the other dude. Paul Millsap.
Jeff Teague was a top 20 player that year. Yes.
Jeff Teague is a top. All right, I can't, bro. I can't, bro. I can't.
What are we talking about?
Jeffrey Teague is a top 20 player in the league.
Yes, Jeff Teague was a top. Matter of fact, hold this conversation. Keep it real quick. I'm gonna be right back. Right back. I swear. Hold on.
Oh my God!
I can't. Jeffrey Teague, a top.
Jeff Teague.
I'm speechless at that.
That's the same Jeffrey Teague that's on the Celtics, is it?
Yeah, well, obviously better, but 6 years ago. But
I know it's the same Jeffrey Teague that's on the Celtics. I'm just fucking with you.
He said, the same Jeffrey Teague from the Celtics?
No, he's not even top 20 on the Celtics.
Bro, we're not talking about this year. We're talking about 2015, bro.
Oh my God,
that's crazy. What is he doing?
So the year
does
before
he have a Jeff Teague jersey?
Where did he go?
Has to. But the year before Bosh goes to Miami, he's putting up 24-11. He wasn't a fucking playmaker, and the league was way different back then. So
what year is this?
The playmaking stats weren't even like that. This is
2009.
2009-2010 season. Efficiency-wise, he's shooting.
Not gonna lie to you, I don't remember this season for Chris Bosh.
17 shots.
My 9-year-old ass was not paying that much attention.
I was going basketball reference.
Who was on the 2010s Raptors? Was
no
that
one.
Was
that's the point.
Right? But no. What I'm saying is, to only take 17 shots as the first option on the fucking Raptors with nobody there. That's a little light. But anyway, 51% from the field.
Bargnani was on there. Turkoglu was on there.
36.
Jared Jack was young. DeMar was on there, but he was
a rookie. Yeah. So 51% from the field, 36 from 3, and 79 from the free throw line. Basically 80. Honestly, it's right there at 80. Compared to fucking Julius Randle, really?
Okay, I couldn't find the Jeff Teague jersey. I swear I have a Jeff Teague jersey. I was finna put it on because Jeff Teague is a top 15, 20 player.
You keep saying
he was not, bro. Man. He was not a top 20 player in 2015.
He wasn't. I'm about to say he wasn't.
What was he?
He was some shit.
Okay.
Bro.
Are we okay? When we say top 20 player, are we just talking about that season? Or
that
like
season.
who's a better, like, for example, in 2017, Russell Westbrook had a better season than a lot of players, like,
yeah.
But Kawhi, LeBron, and a lot of players are okay. So just that season,
just that singular season, Jeff Teague.
He wasn't even a top 10 point guard that year.
All right.
Yes,
he was. Yes, he was. We went through that. Yes,
he wasn't.
Yes,
we went through that, and we came to the consensus he wasn't.
Okay. If Damo feels that way, anyway.
All right, let's. Jesus Christ.
J Mello, better than Chris Bosh. It's okay though.
It's not though.